you imagine? I don't see it. Okay, so well, it says the quotation mark. So depending which is the button for in your keyboard, because for me it's a button for the Scandic letters. So and the thing, and the trick is you have to keep press it down. So if you press it, like I'm pressing it now, nothing. I keep it down, then comes this kind of like a menu. So that might be also the trick, that you have to press it down, but the quotation mark is the for me. And then oh, actually there it is now, default. If I do this, oh yeah, it goes behind there. Actually, I don't know how to get what's default. Quotation mark. Let me try to see if I can mark it. For some reason I can't get. I think the default should be. This should be the default letter, which it says for me is quotation mark. So that should be the one. Let me see. Can you even change it actually? Because we have all these key buttons. Should be UI hotkey. Is that, yeah, that whole fishing part is very like weird part. And this is the thing, like it took me so long to figure it out because of the Scandic key bindings, like which way I get the right one. It's not. And you keep pressing it down, it doesn't do that. And you have a fishing rod in your inventory also. By the way, if you remove them, no, it's still visible. But the fact that you don't have this one visible is also interesting. That's also interesting that it's not visible. Is there like a UI mode you can activate that one? Because I usually just press that one up there. Okay, this actually becomes messy as hell. But it should be maybe function buttons if I do that. No, the function buttons are those. Yeah, for me it took like days before figuring it out how I'm gonna do. But the main point was that you have to press the button down. You have to hold it down so it pops out. Otherwise it doesn't. If you just press it, nothing happens. But you have to press it down, keep it down. That was the biggest thing for me to understand. Because I have to press it down of not... Don't know if you can hear the button smashing, but yeah, it's a really tricky one. I also wonder, like, why did they make it so difficult though? But it's interesting that you don't have it up here, the stance thing. Because here you can see, hold down the quotation mark, the tick thing. But now should have also the option somewhere in the key binding if you want to change. Maybe this one? Show location of the guild member. No. Really? It's not available here. Action hotkeys. No. Really? It's not available here. You can't change the button? That's very sus. Yeah, I don't see that one. Okay. That's crazy interesting. Can we find it from here? Fish guide. Okay. The funny thing is, I didn't know there was this kind of like the information. Cat size ranking. Okay, interesting. Huh. How can I can activate the bar on top? Yeah, I'm actually trying to figure it out too. Like, how is it available for me and it's not for you? I haven't done anything. It just came out when they brought the update. Because I was thinking, like, maybe if the fishing rod is not equipped, it's not available, but it's still... Because you don't need to have a fishing rod to do this. And then UI, there's no option for that. The fact that it's not even visible here at all. That's the thing. Oh, do you have any of these things up here? Let's ask that question. Because if you put this mount off, it removes all the details there. Boom. You have any of those ones? Any of these up here? Because should be default. Some of these things are not visible if you don't have access to that. Like if you don't have a ferry, this button should not be available here. Even the camping tools, I think it's not available if you don't have a camp. No, actually this should be there. Because I don't see any other ways. What does the guide say? PDO, fishing, tool, fishing changes. So here's the change. I found it, the bar on top mount. Yeah. Okay, so it was behind it. Okay, good. Then I haven't done any magic. So I usually myself I do press this button and then choose which one I want. I don't use the quick button because it's a I don't know, it's just a habit. Now that it's up here, it's much easier. So yeah. That's how I do. So appreciate the follow. Tapey065. Hopefully I was helpful enough. It took me a while also to figure it out. So it's always good to somebody's coming in and challenging and asking such a questions like, and they're like, that's a very good question. So that's a very good question. So appreciate the follow. Welcome to Amaronian Empire. Hopefully you're enjoying your stay here as much as you can. So anyway, I am almost 40, old dude, talking about life, talking about things, about games, but about everything basically. Anything somebody wants to hear about, I am always up for talking and going for it. Like let's say example today, what I've been talking. I've been only live 2 hours, but I feel like I've been talking so much different things. There've been something about relationships, something about investments, if somebody would have money without even worry where to invest, self-reflecting, motivation. Actually, there's a lot of topics and there's a lot of things I don't even remember. But hey, I hope you enjoy here as much as you can. If not, it's all good. It's all good. No stress on such things. We always go where we can enjoy and listen. But yeah. So yeah, that fishing mechanic, it's really bothered me on the first day. I really tried to figure out, and the issue was with me on that time. It was the whole idea of that I have a Scandinavian keyboard, so I have a special markings that not most of the world doesn't have. So I am usually discriminated in a lot of ways because of that. So I have to like figure out a lot of, like the example is like whenever I will travel and I have to fill out information from my passport, I am usually in a lot of problems because of that. Because internationally, like if you go for like websites, they don't recognize the Scandinavian letters. And my surname has that letter. And then the fact that my wife went to apply and change her Kenyan passport, there was an issues for her to get the correct one. Even now, it is not 100% correct because they cannot use the Scandinavian letters. So it's really messed up. Although it's not really an issue because it's a weird system. So, but yeah, it can always give issues and problems when you have the Scandinavian letter or special letters. Like some countries are like, what is this? This is some weird. This is a hoax or something. This is a scam. Even though it's just normal, natural thing. But you know, Scandinavians are with so little. Scandinavian countries are so little, so not so many. So we are getting some discrimination when we're traveling, although not as bad as it used to be. Nowadays a little bit easier. Now there's actually a lot of times where I travel because like countries, they see the passport I have, they're like, ah, no issues. But the funny thing is, like I went to get a visa to China a few years ago. There was no issue with the letters. That's the thing. They were like, that's no problem at all. We used to it. It's no problem. So yeah, I just fill out everything the way it was in my passport and no issues at all. But anyway, it's a lot of times it's like they just see the passport, Finnish passport. Okay, these people are not usually giving a lot of issues, a lot of problems, so it's fine. Like yeah, Finnish passport is one of the best passports to have for traveling. Not the best, but one of the best. There's other passports that have way better credentials in them. But this Finnish passport is solid. Although like nowadays I don't travel that much anymore. I used to travel a lot more back in the time when I was still young and finding myself. But I never got into that kind of like a backpacking thing. That thing is not really for me. Because a lot of times when I hear some people doing the backpacking things, they're like, yeah, you know, really, you're getting yourself in situations that you really might screw yourself up. But most of the time, I think like backpackers get things like very easily because they don't get easily robbed because people know that they don't have much on them. Like they don't have a lot of money on them if they're backpacking around Asian countries. So you're pretty safe from criminal activities because you know you don't have anything. Like, oh, I steal this backpack. What do you? Most of the things you will find there is just clothes. Like, there's nothing valuable inside of it. Okay, maybe the only valuable might be getting if they kidnap and start asking ransom, which has happened in past in Finnish. For some Finnish people, there was some, maybe like 20 years ago or something, they were kidnapped, group of tourists somewhere, and then asked for ransom and stuff. I don't remember even if the ransoms were paid in the end. I think there were or something. Can't remember, but yeah. Anyway, those people kind of like became celebrities after that. So if you want to get celebrity, if you want to become a celebrity, like a person of known, and you know, like I want to do some kind of like a live, you know, reality TV shows, just get yourself kidnapped and make your name out public there. That's how you're gonna do it. And then of course you write a book of the experience to get money and all that. So if you really, really, really want to be in the spotlight, yeah, get yourself kidnapped. And please don't do that. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. People are actually, that's the thing. If I would say that, honestly, there would be some people who are willing to do it. They would just like, oh, yes, that's a good idea. Let me do that. Yeah, you don't want to do that. You don't want to waste couple years of your life for very small fame. Fame that is actually might be very toxic to you. Because you might think that you want to be famous, but you don't want to be famous. A lot of people realize later on that they actually don't like, they're like regretting a lot of things. A lot of young adults, they're doing a lot of crazy stuff right now, and let me say, a lot of them will regret it after 20 years later. Or if they don't regret it, they might have a issue, personality issues in them. Trust me. Certain behaviors, they're just not built to be understanding that what they're doing has certain consequences, and like they're gonna be in like denial, on very heavy defense mode, that oh, it's not their fault, you know, society made this to happen, blah 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 blah, always blaming others. That's like what most people do, blaming others. I mean, I still have to mention the way, you know, Kai Cenat is getting a lot of negative things of his success. It's a clear indication of how people are weirdly bitter only because of success. I don't know. I don't know why. Because it's not like, you know, you were involved in that success, or, you know, you didn't do yourself something like that. It's just a weird thing. Just let them be. They did something crazy. Manage it. It's like, okay, if you don't think that they deserve to get that, why don't you do it yourself? Why are you not doing it yourself? Why you yourself is not getting that situation? That's it. But anyway, most of these people, they're just trying to farm the drama to increase their popularity. They're like trying to ride the wave at the same time. That's why there's always this kind of like a celebrity drama and stuff like that. It's all about boosting somebody else's, you know, like presence. Or they just have some very massive issues, personality issues or traumas they haven't dealt with ever. Weird stuff. But of course, I also like say some people, it just was so weird that certain people have become big by exploiting everybody and everything, all that. But although a lot of them, they don't usually stay big. That's also the thing. Like most of the time, karma hits them back in some different level. This is just how it goes. Karma is a B. So it is reality. It is reality. There is people who usually, you know, when they hope something bad to happen to somebody, trust me, they are the ones who are in the end going to experience that suffering. So you should be just happy for somebody that they made it work, everything. Good for them. Let them enjoy that, even if it might have been like a, let's say, the lucky streak, because let's be honest, a lot of success and everything, there's always some level of luck. They did something at the right time. This is always what Nokia and iPhone thing. That's always the thing I like. Nokia messed things up, and iPhone did things at the right time. Apple made the things at the right time. So, you know, it's just like that. A lot of the success, it comes from the timing and a little bit of luck. You might have the better solution, better device, better something, but the timing was wrong. Or something else. So yeah, they succeeded good. They did a good job. They did it right way. But yeah, a little bit of luck you need most of the time. Most of the time you need a little bit of luck with the success. Like let's say some actor, they just met right person at the right time, and that helped them to boost things up. Like let's say they met right director for them. Because now, you know, like there's different directors, there's personalities. They still not might click the right way with somebody. Like a lot of the like Kai Cenat situation, like a lot of the fame is that they just connected with right people. And at the right time. They started doing something and it worked out. So in that level there's some form of luck, but it's hard work. It's not like it just came. It's not like it was a lottery that you just played the lottery and it happened. No, they risked everything. They worked hard for it. They did a lot of things. Maybe some of the things they didn't work out the way they wanted, you know. But still, they met right people at the right time. That's a part of the luck, I say. And this is no way a backhand compliment. That's a good thing. People are that's like a. When I saw those memes like a few days ago about the backhand compliment, I was like, what does that really mean? And then I saw the beef between some social social influencers, and then was like, ah. So that's the backhand compliment. Yeah, like what is the use? I usually say it like that when it's like, yeah. But anyway, it's some crazy stuff going on. Oh, I think we are a few more shards and we're done. Few more shards and we are done this place. Then we're gonna go do a lot of upgrades. I have already the boots. Then there's blessed and exalted souls I need to get. And then I have a lot of things to sell. I have a lot of things to do. Yeah, we're gonna get more into the details, what is there to be done. But bunch of stuff. Hey, placing hard. Done with the cleaning, housework. Even cook breakfast, that's good. Breakfast is important. Although, like, for me, my breakfast is 12. I start my day, my eating routine at 12. So, I feel like a housewife. Nah, it's just a responsibility. It's just a responsibility I have to done. If you do that to somebody else, then you can say yes, you feel like a housewife. But if it's for yourself, it's just a necessity to do. But no, I do feel you. And now we'll talk about housewives. It's so weird that all these feminist people, they hate housewife. They hate housewives. Because it's the ideology of certain thing, and if you go against it, it's a wrong thing. Even though you do it by willing, you want to do it, you know. Like my wife, she would want to be more like a housewife, not like a fully housewife, but like, let's say she would want to just maybe do 20 hours a week, or a week kind of a work, and rest of the time she's more like housewife. You know, stuff like that. But when she says that out loud to hardcore feminist, she gets crucified because of that. How messed up is that? Like, sometimes these mindsets and ideologies, they just go so extreme. It's always there's only can be an extreme. For some reason, there's no golden road anymore. There's no middle line. It's always the extreme. It's all or nothing with everything nowadays. Politics, ideologies, religions, it's all or nothing. Crazy stuff. But hey, it's a good thing. But it's a good feeling when in like in the morning you get everything done. Now rest of the day you just can chill. I personally do enjoy the morning activities. Do everything in the morning. Like even today myself, before I started streaming, I also took a quiet, long morning routine. Like I made coffee. Like straight up when I woke up, I made coffee, and then poured it on the cup, let it cool down a little bit. I filled out the dishwasher, and then all the pots and all that, I washed them. Did everything else, then a little bit wiping, the surfaces, because I forgot to clean the surfaces when I was cleaning on Friday. And yeah, then I went to just sit at the balcony outside, just chilling, relaxing, taking it slow. I actually just carried my jacket upstairs also, so I can go out. I can stay outside longer, because right now it is actually like 6 degrees, plus 6 Celsius degrees outside, so it can be a little bit chilly. So I was using my jacket and everything. So I was just sitting there, watching how the neighborhood I live is just so quiet. I sit out like 20 or 30 minutes, something like that, and I saw one car passing by, and it was 10 a.m. I had a good sleep, so I think that's why I decided to be productive day. That's very good. That's very good, and that's also like it really tells you like what a proper sleep can do, and also good routine. The productivity goes up off the roof. You feel like you can do anything right now. You're like the motivational. You're like really pumped. Everything feels like a crazy rush. Like you want to do when you have a good night's sleep and you slept not too late. Even if anybody wants to say like they are like hardcore night owl, night vampire and everything, I tell you, if they just change the routine that you're going to sleep early and, you know, have a proper sleep, enough sleep, not too much, because there's always a backlash of sleeping too much. Like yesterday, I slept like 11 hours. And I tell you, I didn't manage to do anything yesterday. Even the stream yesterday, I only streamed like 2 hours. I was like, I'm done. I'm so done. I mean, I was so dying. Yeah, sleeping too much can be also too. It kind of hit really negatively. Wait, where did the music go again? And how long this has been like there was no music? Some of these playlists, they just like play for a certain time and then just disappear. I mean, okay, I'm not even sure how much can come out. Come out in 1 hour. Ooh, yes. To remember that one. So yeah, it's important to have a proper sleep. Like now, I was one thing I was afraid a lot when my family went for the holiday, that I will go for crazy degen mode. Like I will go like crazy degen mode, which means that I will disregard all the routines, my eating habits, sleeping habits, everything will go down in the trash. And it happened. On the first day, even though I dropped my family to the airport like 6 a.m. or something, 5 a.m. Yeah, it was like 5 a.m. I dropped them at the airport at 5 a.m. And then after that, I stayed up the whole day and then until 5 a.m. So I stayed up like 24 hours just playing games. I went that crazy, even though it was like Wednesday or Tuesday. So I still had to like work next morning. But I was like going crazy. So yeah, now after 6 weeks, I'm kind of like circling back now the proper routine. Like now I go like latest I go sleep is 1 a.m. But most of the time I already bed by 11. And then sleep is a little bit more. Well, sleep is still like I sleep too much still. I think like right now I'm sleeping too much because of the light, because you know like it's really the daytime is very short right now. We're like we are actually 3 weeks away from the darkest day of the year, which is 20th of December. Is it how many weeks? Yeah, 3 weeks away. 3 weeks away from the darkest day. So yeah, I think like my sleep has increased due to that fact. So yeah, need to actually have an alarm for the weekend to wake up, so I don't sleep too much. Because yeah, sleeping 11 hours yesterday, it really made me like a very sluggish the whole day. Even actually, I was having some muscle cramps because of sleeping too much. Yeah, like I said, I'm old. I am old, definitely. Hitting 40, starting to feel like, yeah, I'm feeling old. Like, body is starting to feel old. My mind will never feel old. Like, I always say, like, all my friends said, like, you know what? When I'm in, like, retirement house or something, and if I don't have memory problems, I probably will be just playing games. Every other time I'm, you know, like, not doing some physical activity or something, you know, to keep myself busy, I will just playing games. Socializing with other retired people? Nah, I will be just playing games unless there is somebody also who's hardcore player. Sleeping too much does feel as bad as not sleeping enough for some reason. Yeah, it is. I'm not an expert, but I assume it has something to do with the hormones and everything. So basically, when we sleep too much, our body releases too much of the hormones that we produced while we're sleeping, and it kind of like messes up with the rest of the body. So basically, that's why you kind of feel sluggish, because you kind of like went too deep into it. But then again, of course, it's a level of the quality of sleep affecting. But yeah, there's a reason there's a sweet spot. For everybody, there's a certain sweet spot. And also the fact is that it depends if you are a man or if you're a woman. There's a huge impact also. Women are... women not are, but women need more sleep also. That's a fact too. Which is so crazy because, you know, if you think about that a woman is a mother, and then you have to, you know, you're not going to sleep so well. So the motherhood is really making... There's a reason that they say always that motherhood really makes women like age so much more, because the lack of sleep. Especially the fact that they need even more sleep than men do. Men can usually... I think the average somewhere says like men's sleep should be like 7.5 hours averagely, and women should have like 9 or even 10 hours average of sleep. But then again, it also goes by monthly cycle, some experts say. I read a lot of... I'm like a very nerdy guy, so I read a lot of research